Okay. Now it's live. That's good. So what Andres is saying here now, go up. So what I was mentioning before is that what Beth did is that he created a dummy for people to be poor or not. And he's using that. You have line 49, the parenthesis is wrong. And 40 and 51 and yeah. And now what Andres is saying is that maybe this dummy thing can be used not only for the poor, but also for everything in general, doing a dummy for everything. It could, I guess it can work, but I think in that case, it might be more efficient, but it's going to be more work adjusting the code every time. There will be more things for you to change on the code. So I would still subset male, female. I'll need to think a little more on how this would go, but my first reaction is that the easiest way to go about is actually subsetting male, female, but I would not subset poor and not poor.
Oh, I see. Got it. Got it. Yeah. I'll try it. So I'll try that in putting them in categories, right? Yeah.
I would only use dummy for the poor, non-poor. I would not use a dummy for male, female, and so on this specific code, because I think then you would need to, or maybe not, maybe that is a solution as well. It is definitely possible. I haven't thought through how that would go, but it is definitely a possibility, yes.
Okay, I'll look into it.
I think now that I'm thinking, I think this might be the best way to actually do a function if you are going to use function, because then it could actually be a function of that dummy when you are changing what you're applying to.
I got a question.
Yes.
Okay, so we did with different measures for the population, and now we move on to the weighted mean. So does this seem right? The sum of the population times household income times.
No, you are gonna need that. No, you're gonna need a weights there as well.
Right. Okay.
You're also gonna need, yeah, times.
How do I apply a weight in this numerical value?
Yeah, you're gonna have the weights there as well. So times lim typical weight.
And times again.
Times again the poor. And you don't need, you have one parenthesis there that you don't need. That one, yeah. The lim typical poor does not need to be in parentheses.
Okay.
So it's the sum of the, yeah, that's what a weighted average is.
Okay. And then after that, I moved on to my Gini. I was trying.
So just 1 second. So Tom, you see line 63 there?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
You have weighted on top and on the bottom. Your question from before was similar to asking me if you could just put the weights outside and then sum. If you could do weight and then the sum of household income of poor over household over number of poor, right? And you can't. That would not be the
Mm-hmm.
same.
Yeah, I just actually did it like an algebraic example, and I figured out. So I have to go and change my code.
So it's not the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the other question is, what is the poverty line? The average poverty line is just the average of the poverty line, the weighted average of the poverty line. So that's what I was saying. I understand now what mu z is. I'm not sure this is, so to answer completely your question, to understand what is mu z over z, because those two things are not the same, it could be one or the other. That's, that's a matter of what is defined as. So what is the Z of the population? Is it just the weighted average of the Z?
In that case, then I don't think the Z you can say the Z has a value then, or at least we're not going to use a population Z, because the only reason that I used the weighted average of Z is because I calculated the weighted average before doing the ratio.
So yes, so that's what I'm saying. So because those two things are not the same, it's going to be either one or the other. What I'm saying is I don't know which one. You're saying that actually what we need to do is do mu over Z and then take the weighted average?
Yeah, I believe, yeah, I think that's what Tom, I'm emailing with Tom right now too. And he says you can use the weighted average of the ratio of income to the poverty line for those in poverty to calculate the income gap. So that sounds to me like
okay,
you're calculating.
So what you actually need to do is household income over poverty line times weighted average, and then sum that up. Times weights and then sum that up. Right? So it's
what I mean, with this information now, what I would do is I would almost go back to the beginning of my code and create a new variable for the ratio for each entry before doing any subsets of data or anything like that.
We have. Go up. Wait. Lim tip income over poverty line times that's the one you need, except so instead of doing 1 minus that, well, first you need to add the weights to that one. You don't have the weights. Well, we don't, sorry, let me think. You don't need the weights there. You do. Oh God. You need the weights before you do the 1 minus, right? That's why I do things in the paper first and then I write my code. So let me look at the formula again. What we're doing there is we're calculating.
I think basically in order to get that mu over Z.
So you would, so basically, so what you're saying is take out that 1 minus there. You have household income over the poverty line for each person. You only need that for those that are poor, so that's correct. You have an extra parenthesis there, which is fine. No, not that one. Yeah, well, you have many extra parentheses, that's true.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. There. Okay. So now that's individual mu over Z for the poor. You've only calculated that for the poor. So now what you're calling this, I don't like the name of this being poor gap. That's very misleading.
Yeah.
This is, I don't know, let's say. Well, that's the UZ over Z. How do you call that? Is there a name, Tom, of the mu Z over Z itself?
No, I don't think so. I think you only get the income gap when you do the 1 minus the mu z over z.
And you can, and you do that's the thing. For the I, you actually need to do 1 minus that weighted, and not 1 minus that and then weights it, right?
That's what I was, my next question was, do you do the weights, do you factor in the weights before or after doing the one, or with the one, like the 1 minus? Yeah. Do you do it on just the ratio, or do you do it on the I as well?
I think that depends. I think on the I, you do the weights before the 1 minus, and on the individual gaps, you do it after. So that's why I'm thinking, so before, you're only using the 1 minus that to calculate the P0, P1, and P2. But if you actually want to also calculate the PS using that function, using that variable, and make it more efficient, then it's better to do the 1 minus after, because where the weights enter depends on what you're calculating. I think so.
Okay.
So leave it like that. But I would call, I don't know, make it poor, I don't know, poor I, big I, like some kind of intensity of poorness. Because this is kind of measuring how poor each person is, right? Compared to. Go down. So now go down a little. So your P0 is fine. And then what you're going to need to do is, okay, so now line 45, where you have poor gap, you're going to make that poor I. And then you're going to put a parenthesis around it. One minus. So now, yeah, no, inside. Exactly. That's the thing. So let's just do a little test. Well, first, can you actually run the poor I code line, that one, line 25? Okay, wait. So now can you do the sum, the top part of line 45, sum 1 minus lim tip poor I. No, just the sum from sum, the part, the numerator.
Yeah.
With the S as well.
Okay. So
all the way to the division. There. Run that. Oh, I'm not seeing your results. Wait. It's too
oh, you don't see my
yeah, no, that's fine. Now I'm seeing. Go now. Wait, let me think a little. So now copy that.
Mhm.
And paste on line 46 for a second. And change the parentheses. And put the 1 minus outside the parentheses. No, that's wrong now. No, it's not gonna change anything. Run again. Can you do that? Just run the lim tip call poor 1. What is that? Is that negative? How is that? Oh, wait. It's a weighted average. So it's that over. Oh, it's. Yes. So sorry. So go back inside the parentheses once. Go inside once. There. Divided by sum lim tip call weight. Now run that. Now run the P1.
So,
I'm a little lost. Let me think a little. So the P1 is the P1 for, it's the sum of individual gaps.
right, for poor people.
It's the weighted sum of those individual gaps divided by the number of poor people. No, divided by the population. Divided by total population.
Which is then divided by sum of the weight of population.
Oh, I know what I want to know. So now line 45, just eliminate from the second parenthesis 1 minus.
Yeah.
That's what I want to see, yeah. But you're going to have to take that parenthesis in as well, the one before.
So you want me to?
No. Go left once with your cursor. Yes. So now highlight from there. Go until continue. Go back a little before there. Run that. Oh, one last parenthesis. You took a parenthesis too much.
Wait, do I have?
You're gonna have to take a parenthesis more.
So added parentheses? No. Or,
No. So, oh my God, it's very difficult to not be doing it myself. I'm sorry.
Mhm.
One more. Take the parenthesis as well. The one before.
Okay. Oh, so do you mean like? Okay, oh, sorry. I see what you mean.
No, you were taking the parenthesis. You can't take the parenthesis, otherwise it's not gonna run. You need to take the parenthesis before, but not the one after. There, run that. Woof. So that's the individuals. So when you sum that and take. Yeah, so I really think the comparison is between P1 and line 46. So when you take the sum of that, I think we already did. What is just the top of that? Oh my God. No, not that. That's not what I meant. I'm sorry. I'm getting lost. I'm so sorry.
The top of
No, it's okay.
one.
I should be doing it on my computer. Yeah, no, I'm just do again. I'm sorry, we did it already. But run again, just the whole thing with the sum, the top of that fraction from line 45, like adding the sum now. I want to compare it again. Yes, that. And then with the bottom one, just the top of the fraction again. Oh no, you can't because you sum. Yeah. Ugh. And what is P1 again?
P1.
Yeah, the value of P1. And then line 46, what is the value of line 46 again? Yeah. Okay. I think I know a problem here. Let me look into the formula. So P0.
Yeah.
P0. No, P1. We're doing P1. You're summing on Q, so you're only summing the poor, but you're dividing by N.
Okay. So you want me to
On
sum?
the one before, on I, you are doing the income divided by the poverty line, income of the poor. Okay, I think you need to add there times the poor. Because I think there is just the oh no. Why are you dividing by the number of people? Yeah, I think there you need to add times after weight there, inside the sum, times, inside the sum. Lim tip, co, poor. Run that line now. It's gonna be even, That's so weird. How come it almost didn't change? Because it's 1 minus something that is very big. So now what is inside that sum? You're doing 1 minus what? You're doing 1 minus something. I'm very confused.
1 minus lim tip for I.
Inside, you have sum of 1. Can you just run what is inside that thing? Yes, after the 1 minus. No, not with the 1. Seriously, this is not going well. Huh?
So both of
All the
fractions.
way, yeah. You've got to, yeah. No, that one, yeah, go from there and then take both of the ones before.
Yeah.
Ugh, now close the parentheses on the bottom. Go on your console
Mhm.
and then close the parentheses there and to jump. I don't know if it's gonna work. Yeah, enter. Okay, that makes sense. I think this is correct. But you have a lot of zeros, which is fine. So those are the non-poor people. And then when you have someone that is poor, what you're gonna get? Go up a little. Yeah, it's like how far they are.
Mhm.
And then you have the sum of 1 minus that, but you probably also need to divide that. No, do you? Oh, okay. Get rid of the sum.
Here.
Yeah. And one of the parentheses before and one of the parentheses after. You're gonna have one on the. Because your I is for each person now. Your I is a whole thing, right?
You mean for poor I?
The I is for the whole population, right?
Yes.
So the problem we're getting here, it's 1 minus the sum. Oh, okay, you need to put the sum inside. It's 1 minus, so you need sum, but inside the 1 minus. Oh my God. It's 1 minus sum of, no, but now you're gonna, no, not there, on the top. Try that now. Okay. Okay, that's different from P1. I think that's I. Did you get that value for I as well, Tom? For the whole population?
So I have to recalculate I, remember, because I did it with the I'm working on that right now.
Okay. And your P1 was 0.98 as well? That seems so high.
Yeah.
My P1 was much lower than that, if I remember right. I have to I deleted everything here, so I have to
That seems very high, the 0.98. Actually, this also seems high, 0.74, but I think so mu ZZ, it's the consumption gap, but only for the poor or for everyone? Like when you
only for the poor. I'm sure. Only for the poor.
So it is high in the sense that you're not adding the zeros to your sum, correct?
So I just checked with Tom, and it sounds like I'm not sure if the 1 is supposed to be within the sum there. I'm not, yeah.
The 1 is not within the sum, is outside of the sum.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Why is there a poor I though? Why is there that I there?
The poor I of his is the mu Z over Z.
Oh, so okay, gotcha.
So what he's doing is that, go back there. Let me think what you're doing. It's mu Z over Z. It's the, so he's summing up mu Z over Z, the weighted mu Z over Z, and divided that by the number 4. So he's doing a weighted average of individuals mu Z's.
Okay. So he's doing the weighted average manually as opposed to using the function.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, the reason why is because he doesn't have a poor subset. So this should be the same if he created a poor subset. Because otherwise, if he takes the weighted average for the whole population.
Yeah. Makes sense.
So in that case, yeah, your code has some advantages of having done a subset of 4.
So you recommend subset of poor, you said?
I'm saying that because you don't have a subset of poor, when you need to calculate weighted averages of things that are just for the poor, you need to calculate them manually because you can't apply the weighted average formula because you don't have that subset. So if you do want to create a subset of poor, that's an option, but that's a bit annoying because you need to, well, yeah, you're going to need to calculate, you're going to need to have a subset of poor for each of your subsets as well. So not only you would have to have the overall poor, but you would also need to have the male poor. You would also need to have the female poor. So that would add many subsets to your code.
Okay.
So this is going back to what I was saying to Andreas before.
Mhm.
Using
About
dummy or
subsets.
using subsets both have advantages and disadvantages.
Gotcha.
So when you use dummies, that kind of creates other problems with the code, like that one.
Gotcha.
But then what I'm confused now is, why is your P1 so high? Is there any problem with that formula there?
I got a, I just ran it. I still have to do the I, but you don't need I for P1.
No.
And I calculated, or I got a value of 0.03 for P1 for the population.
How are you calculating your PI?
Can I just share my screen here for a second?
Yes. I think I've allowed people to multiple share, so maybe multiple
okay.
participants can share simultaneously, so we can just go from one to another. So just try to share and see what happens. Yeah. And then I can choose here who I'm seeing. Now I'm seeing you.
Okay.
So P1, 1 over the weight. Why do you have 1 over the weight, the sum of the weight? Oh, that's the population.
Yep.
Times 1 over sum. So that's your total population. So this is 1 over n.
Exactly. Yeah. Mhm.
Times Q times 1 minus.
Wait. Okay. Sorry. Don't want to disrupt. When I'm looking at your Gini for population, that was actually where my initial question was. For some reason, I didn't have a weighted mean, even though it clearly was there. So did you do anything differently? Like, because I see you did weighted covariance, limited design. Yeah, you did everything. Can you scroll down a bit? Population. And your R was able to read these commands?
Yeah, I haven't ran them again here since I could run this because it doesn't use the I. I just can't do the PS yet. This sentence.
I see. Oh, I think that's right.
So go P1, sum of that. So you're doing Q. No, you're doing sum of Q times. No, sum of, not Q, sum of the weight times 1 minus. Okay, I think there is a problem there because you're doing the weight after you do 1 minus everything, right?
No, you're doing it simultaneously, aren't you? So like you're taking the summation of the weight for an entry times 1 minus the ratio of the income over the poverty line to the square, to the second power. Oh, wait,
Yeah.
you're talking about P1. P1, sorry.
I'm talking about P1. I think you need to do the weight of the income divided by the poverty line. So I think you need to have the weight after the 1 minus and not before. Otherwise, you're taking the weighted 1 minus mu over z instead of doing 1 minus the weighted mu over z.
Okay.
No?
Okay. I mean, can I bring up here? Can I change the window I'm sharing?
Yes. If
Just
you want,
so
I can
do
also
that.
share mine with the, well, go ahead.
Because I just took it from the calculation on the slides here.
Maybe I can, here.
I can just here. I can share my
Yeah,
entire desktop.
I can,
I don't know. If you need-
I'm sharing it. Do you see it?
Oh,
You can go on top and change what you're seeing. I think. Do people see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see it, but I
Nice.
think, yeah.
I can see both your screens if I'm not mistaken. Or is it just Tom's?
I'm sharing two windows, like my R
okay.
screen and then the.
We can only see Tom's screen.
Okay, so let
then.
me,
Okay.
okay, I'm back to Tom's. Go, yeah.
So I'm for P1, I'm using this formula here. And
Yes, I know. So what I'm saying is, oh, the W is there. WI is the weight. Ah, where are those? Using survey weight to have the weights there. But he doesn't do that for the, he doesn't do that for the, for the I, right? How to use the weights on the I, general formula.
but the I isn't a summation though. I think that's the difference.
No,
I can actually.
It's not a summation if you're not calculating the weighted average by hand, right? It's still in the sense that it is a weighted average. So a weighted average is by definition, there is a summation in the weighted average formula in itself.
Yes. You use the summation for the ratio, but not for the 1 minus. I
So
think.
what I'm asking here is, this, so what you have there, the mu, the WI 1 minus YI over Z.
Because I subsetted the population for the ones in poverty. So the pop in POV is my subset, conditional on the whole data set if the entry is the income is beneath the poverty line entry for that entry.
Okay, a parenthesis here. This is why, like, for me, the best would be like if you're coming with specific questions about your R code not running, and like when you have solved what is the formulas that I need to put in. Otherwise, I should have prepared completely and have done the assignment myself so I know what are the answers. Because otherwise, I'm here just on the spot trying to solve the formulas for something that I didn't think through before, and then it becomes a mess. And I don't know if I'm helping more, if I'm just confusing everyone. But anyways, so now what I'm trying to think is, what is the formula? So this is the formula for the P1. What I'm trying to think in my mind, what is the formula for the I? What is the difference between the I and the P1?
I can go down here or up.
So,
I is, yeah, there we go. Right here.
so I is actually going to be 1 minus WI times yeah, I think subsetting. I'm starting to agree with you that subsetting for the poor makes it easier. So this is going to be 1 minus the mu over z of your subset, right?
Yes, exactly. The way I'll take the weighted average of the mu over z for my subset and subtract that from 1 to get I. Yeah.
Versus doing weights time 1 minus mu over z. And then summing. So let me go back to.
Do you want to go back to your screen?
No, I'm trying to. Where is? Oh, Beth, you stopped sharing? Yes. So that looks. So your P1 is actually looks good. 1 minus population and poverty, household income over the poverty line.
Are you looking at my screen or his screen? Sorry.
I'm thinking a little here. So this is we're summing 1 over the sum of the weights of on the population. This is divided by the whole population, not only by Q. Okay, yeah, go back to your screen, Beth, please.
Yeah, I'm sharing.
Okay, let me try to view options. Yes, I can do that. So let's try this. P1, it's gonna be one over lim tip co
Mhm.
weight.
So do you want me to just delete what I have now?
Don't delete, put another line just so I can. I feel like yeah, just do it in another line. We're gonna. So 1 over lim tip co weight.
Can you repeat that?
$sign weight.
Yeah.
And this whole thing on parentheses. Now it's going to be the sum of pour, lim tip co pour.
You said the sum of lim tip co pour, right?
Yeah,
Wait.
pour times lim tip co weight. Times lim tip co weight. The sum of lim tip co pour times, and then parentheses, no, inside, you're going, oh my goodness, inside the sum.
Oh, so like, okay.
Yeah, there, times, parentheses, 1 minus
Mhm.
lim tip co for I. Hopefully. Run that. There's some problem there. I don't know. Oh. No, wait. Oh, damn.
Is it 1 divided by this whole entire thing? Or
Yeah, well, but then you need a times there, right? Take one. It's 1 over lim tip co. No, there's a. Yeah, run. I don't know. Now I got lost again. Just run that line and see. Yeah.
Okay.
1.
Here, let me take this off. Yeah, so I guess the question is, am I am I dividing?
The division. It's the wrong direction. That's what's wrong. Now go. What is your P1? Oh. Ah. Damn, it's not been typical. It's 1 over the sum of lim typical weight.
Times the son of
Yeah.
weight.
So 1 over.
Yeah.
Sum.
Oh, okay, so you want me to add a sum to the lim
Yeah.
tip?
Write sum there, parenthesis, and then
Mhm.
close parenthesis.
Yeah.
Now run that.
Okay.
Let's hope. 0.0327, Tom.
For P1.
P1.
Yep, exactly. That's what I got for P1.
Okay. Oh my God.
But my other measures are accurate, right? With some times a lim tip co pour.
I
times
think
the-
P0 is correct. That one is very straightforward. 0.0.
What did you get?
Can you repeat that?
0.043. Yeah.
Mhm.
437. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know the P2.
P2 was that doesn't seem right. Or
The P2 is supposed to be just like, so for the P2, just copy and paste what you just did for P1.
mhm.
And then go inside 1 parenthesis
And just square, right?
and just square that. No, not there.
Just square. Yeah.
Not there. It's inside the last parenthesis. Go 1 out. Let me make sure it's the 1 minus that. Yeah, and square that. There you go. Your P2 is 0.43.
0.43. Yeah.
Is that what it got, Tom?
0.439. Yeah.
Okay. So now we have P1, P0, P1, and P2. Ugh.
Okay.
So let's try to get this I, right?
I just redid my code and have a value for PS now too. So we can check that if.
That's, well, I mean, we're very far from PS on this one. We first need the I. Let's just try to get the I first, because we have a problem with the Genie as well. So the I should be, oh, you deleted what we had there?
Oh no, that was the other thing for P1. The other coding, that was not correct.
Yeah, but there was also the I underneath that we had tried to calculate. So let's try again.
Okay, here's it.
Oh, okay.
This is what I deleted.
Yeah. Let me. So that's going to be 1 minus. Yeah. How much was your I, Tom?
Once I didn't print it out, so I have to.
No, are we with your? Oh, you're not there anymore either. Can you just try to illuminate the part that would be the I on your PS?
Yeah, I can. Do you want me to share again? So I think when I can't see Beth's screen if I'm sharing, I know you can switch between them, but I don't think I can. Yeah. So I'll
want to share yours.
Okay.
Yeah, now I understand the problem.
Alright.
I had the same when I tried to share mine. I lost yours.
Okay, I'll stop sharing.
PS. Yeah, where is your PI, population I? Why don't I see it? Did you run that? Line 60?
Yeah.
We don't hear you, Tom. You're muted.
Yeah, line 60.
It's 0.7486. That's the same we had, right, Beth?
Yeah.
Okay, so don't delete that line.
Okay.
The one underneath the old PI. And call that big I.
1 sec.
And then run again and make sure the big I is also 0.
Oh, no. Sorry. This is 0.98.
No, that's your old P1.
Yeah.
The line underneath that. Run the line underneath that it's not anything, how much you get.
Okay. Yeah, no, I got 0.74.
0.7486.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's your I. So get rid of that line that is 0.98 and just make that line that is 0.74 your I. So say I and then do that.
Yep.
Okay, so now we have an I. And we have I calculated on 2 different ways and we got the same result. So I think that makes them the same. Andreas, how are you doing? I feel like I'm not checking on you.
Oh no, don't worry. It's just my connection is bad, so I cannot even share my screen.
Okay.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Okay, now that we have the I, we will move on to calculating the.
Just before we go back to yours, I want to make sure, Tom, do you have any questions here? How are you doing?
I mean, I just have to. After the I is what I was most confused about for sure.
Yeah.
And I think now that I have that, I'm pretty confident in my my sen index. And yeah, I just have to go and change all my code for, because I calculated I obviously individually for each of these. So I have to go and change.
So go up a little. because you have populations P0, P1, P2. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like you should try to do a function there.
For the, yeah, I mean, I definitely, yeah, it'd make it more efficient for sure, but I don't know.
You would just put everything there in a function, and it would be a function of limtip co. And then every time you would just change limtip co. It's a function of what is your data set.
Well, I'd be using two data sets, right? I'd be using limtip. I'd be using the so like when I go on and do it for, you know, males and females, when I do it for males, I'd be using the male data set and then the male in poverty data set.
No, but
like,
the
because
male in poverty itself would be calculated within the function because that's a subset of your limtip co as well.
that would just be a, okay. You'd use like an if statement or something for like if the entry is below the whatever, right?
No, you can calculate a subset within your function. So what I'm saying is like everything that you have between line 14 and line
well, it'd be line 16, right? Because this is creating the two, what we just discussed, creating the two new variables for the ratios.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, so go down a little, go down. Where do you finish? Go down more. Yes, so between line 14 and line 63, that whole chunk would be one function.
Yeah, that would be
and that's a function solely of limtip co.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyways, if you wanna email me that chunk of your code, I can do some work on trying to make that into a function and sending it back to you so you have an idea of how it would go.
Yeah, that'd be great. I can do that.
Okay, so let's go back to Beth so we can see how his Gini, like, so we can calculate the Gini for him, and then we can check against yours. So if you want to share your screen again, Beth, we can see what's going on with your Gini. So we have P1, P0, P1, P2, and what is your I that we just did? PI, yeah. No, that's not it. It's supposed to be the 074. That's not it. Where was that thing that gives you 074? What? Go back. Oh, there, that part. No, the one minus that. It's line 40. So line 48, before all that, put I, big I. So before what is on line 48? So start line 48, before the one, before, go to the left. No, don't highlight anything. Just put your cursor before one. Right, big I, and then put an arrow towards it. Now run line 48. Yeah, so now delete line 47. And then move line 48 after line 50, just so it looks better. Okay. So we've got those. So you're gonna need the Gini function that, where is the Gini function that you have from your other code? Did you copy and paste that there? You're on mute.
So I was on mute this whole time. Okay. For one for the, yeah, so it's right here from the other problem set. However, I did it just for the male population.
Wait, don't. But where is the function? He did a function that was called Gini, weighted Gini. Right or no?
Weighted.
Am I correct, Tom? Is there a function which is the weighted Gini that he provided to everyone?
Yeah, it was. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he called it explicitly weighted Gini, but it just it uses weights. Yeah, I'm pretty confused about like the survey design function that's in there and stuff. And that'd be nice to walk through. I think I have it in my code.
So maybe let's go through your code on the Gini, and then Beth, if you want to get that from your, I think it's on his class 2 code. You have that. So copy and paste that chunk from there. So if you want to share, Tom, let's walk through it on yours. Okay. So, subset. Yeah, so the population design, so the survey design, the reason why you're doing that is because you need the rank, right? Oh, you're muted.
Oh, I'm saying I had the exact same thing as Tom's, with survey design and the rank for household income, plus a covariance.
So you need the survey design so you can have the CDF, the survey CDF, and you need that so people are ranked. And you need to do the rank for each subset every time.
Yeah.
Okay. And the weighted rank, it's not something that easy to get. That's why he's using the survey design package. It's just so you can use the VCDC.
Okay.
So the survey design is extremely useful when you're doing complicated things with surveys. Rank. So you get the household CDF household income 1. Oh, what happened? Oh, there. Weighted covariance. Okay, so yes, he doesn't do a function for the Gini itself. He applies the formula of the Gini. So your function is actually the weighted covariance.
Yeah.
That's what I didn't remember. Okay. It's 2 times weighted covariance of, which is a function of income, rank, and weight. In the rank there, Yeah, you're gonna do a bunch of designs, right? One for each subgroup.
Exactly. Yep. And I didn't, assign new values for each of these. So it basically overwrites this every time I did
Yeah.
it previously.
So maybe you want to call it, yeah, like call different ranks every time, right?
I mean, the code still runs, but yeah, if you wanted to do them independent, yeah, if you wanted to call them up afterwards, you'd have to assign, unique values, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah. That's also part where the function would make it a little better, because you're also at the same time.
And you actually don't need this value here. You don't need the Gini for the population. It doesn't ask for that. You just need the Gini for the people in poverty in order to calculate the SEN index. So just this one. The first time I did it, I calculated the for the population as a whole. But you don't need that. You just need this one.
Which means, yeah. Yep. So actually, because we need the rank and you're using the survey design for that, and we do subsets for the survey design itself, you actually do need a subset of poor people. So you're not going to be able. Yeah, so at that point, you are going to need to subset anyways, Beth. Okay, but Tom, you said you had a question about the survey design. Are you still confused about the survey design? What is your
confusion? I mean, it's just the only it's just the only part of the code that I didn't basically write. I just copied and pasted it from from Tom's original code. So I just don't understand it really, and part of it's just with the way to how functions work to an extent, and just getting comfortable with that. So I mean, as we talked about previously, I think doing a little workshop on functions would be helpful, but we can do that next time or whatever.
Yeah, so I mean, so one thing is, so the survey design function, the one that I have on line 35 or the one that I have on line 51, it creates a specific type of object out of a data set that is a survey, which is kind of I don't know, it's like a list where it understands the weights and the idea, and it knows what those things are. Okay. So that's what you're doing on line 51. You're making out of on line 35, you're making out of your whole data. You're turning that into a specific object, which is understanding that data set as a survey. That's what line 35 does. That's what line 51 does, but only for a subset of your data. Line 37 calculates the cumulative distribution function. So it's basically ranking your whole survey by income. So okay. Here it's understanding who is the poorest person and who is the richest person and ordering that.
But it's not really a cumulative distribution function, right? It's not fitting a function. It's just ranking it as if, like, because we understand the income distribution as a continuous function, right? But this isn't a continuous. This is like a discrete
Well, it's
thing
because your data is not continuous.
Exactly. Yeah, it's not fitting a function. Like,
No, it's not fitting a function. It's actually, yeah. I mean, because by definition, what if you had an infinite data here, you would never, I mean, the program would stop running because
yeah.
you need infinite time to get it done. But yeah, it's assuming that because, I mean, your data is big enough, right? So it understands that. And you do have the weights as well.
What's this one here in this in the
I'm
rank
trying
function?
to figure out. So can you run line 37?
Oh, you want me to like pull,
yeah. Let me see what that
pull
means.
it up?
Yeah.
Okay.
So just do the what is, yeah, so go on the right there on the environment.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so open it up. Yeah. So go to the left. Household income function formal. So it actually does create a function. See, so go up, open up the formals there. What is that? Household income. List of 1. Environment 7. I'm guessing the 1 is what we actually have that fit. So basically the CDF household also creates a list. So it's a weird type of object. And what you want from that is that rank. So go back now. And also CDF, it did for the income. So just highlight the CDF household income 1. What does that do? It's not going to do anything, but run that. Go down. I can't see what's happening.
Oh, can you see? Okay.
No, I can't because of the stupid. It's not you. It's Zoom. It does this.
Is that better?
Yep. So it is a function. So then you're applying the CDF household function, which ranks to lim tip co household income. So I think that's, yeah.
Okay.
So this is a function. So actually the CDF function creates a object function. And then you apply that function, which is the first element of the least CDF household income. So this VCDF creates an object, which is a list, and the first element of that list is a function. So on line 38, you are applying that function to lim tip co household income. And that gives you the rank. So run line 38.
Just to take the rank or this.
Yeah.
This part of it, or okay.
So now that's actually ranking. So that's using that function to calculate each observation of income, where it ranks.
Okay.
So in which percentile each of those informations fall into. So what you're saying, I mean, so what's happening here, the reason why you don't really completely understand what's happening on line 35 and 37, it's because those are very complicated formulas. And you can always look on the hard code of those, but that's going to be a mess. It's going to be very complicated to understand. That's also why even Tom is using a formula for that, like a package for that. All you need to understand is at the end of line 38, what this does is that it fits the rank of your household income and gives you that vector ranking everyone. But yes, it is a function. What is not a function is 38. 38 is actually making it discrete out of a continuous function, which is on line 37. Does it make sense? Or
Yeah, and yeah, starting to feel a little better about it. Okay, we can go back to Beth's Genie before we end.
can you copy and paste from line 35 to 44? That's the part that came from Tom's code, right? Line 35 through line 44.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
If you can copy and
that's good.
paste. Yeah, copy and paste that for.
Should I put it in the chat,
In the chat.
or how would I?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Beth, do you want to re-share your screen and also unmute yourself?
Yeah. Can you see my screen?
Mm-hmm. So,
Okay.
so you do have, wait, stop there 1 second. So you do have the design. Typical design tools, the design, we have that, CDF, household income, you have that. Then you have the rank, which is CDF SAX, but it's supposed to be CDF household income. And also on the left there, rank equals CDF.SAX, that's not an object. On line 82.
All right.
And then you need the weighted covariance function.
Right here.
You don't need the weighted geomean. So delete lines 83. Oh, you can't. Yeah. No, delete line 83 through line 86.
We don't even rank.
You can leave the line 86. Actually, just line 83 and 84. I'm sorry. So one thing you can do, so instead of doing rank equal, what you can do there is take out that equal.
Where?
Line 82, instead of equal assign that to rank. And instead of rank, have limtip call $sign rank. The problem with this is that you're gonna, well, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have to create many different ranks. So that would be the way of not overriding every time, but then you're gonna need to also change the name of that every time you do this for a, oh no, that's not true.
I will have to create.
Setting 4, that's fine. I think that's gonna be fine. Okay. So I think that's, Tom, so if you understand, I think that's the way that you could do that without overriding automatically, because you're subsetting before you create that rank function, the rank variable. So then your rank variable would be actually attached to each of your subsets. And then in that line there, instead of having limtip call, you would have like subset 1 $sign rank, and then have the rank of that one specifically.
Yeah, like for like male, female, different age categories, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you have the weighted covariance, which is fine. And then your Gini is going to be go down, go down, go down. So now where you have rank there on line 93, you're going to have to do lim tip co $ rank as well.
Let's take what else.
Line, yeah, a little bit to the right where you have rank.
Yeah. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And the same with weight. Instead of just weight, you need lim tip co $ weight. No, not there, not there. Go back. No, not there, not there. Delete that. So first on the, go towards the left, still on the top of double equal lim tip co $ weight. And then there lim tip co, go to the right, and then weights equal lim tip co $ weight. Okay, go. So what is, yeah. So then we have there 1 minus mu ZZ plus Gini on line PS. You're going to substitute that by I. But that's actually not going to be your I because you need the Gini of the pore. So wait, so actually forget about that. So let's do the same. So let's run from line, go up a little. Run from lines, run from line 74 through line 93.
Okay, I think I might need a library survey for this.
Oh yeah, and you need to definitely put that on the top. Otherwise, Tom is gonna say your code doesn't run.
Yeah.
One thing what I usually do is that all my libraries appear on the very top of my code.
Yeah.
Okay, run. Okay, could not find weighted mean.
Yep.
Is that from a package or is that he also created that?
No idea. This was actually what I was stuck on all of last night.
Weighted mean is WTD.mean. Is that what you're?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's from the HMISC package.
But
Okay.
I do have the H.
So try again. You don't need to redo that part. You just need to redo the Gini. No, wait. You had a problem on the weights. Weights, no numeric are. So equal W. Yeah, it's equal W. Lim tip co weight. No, what do you need there? Oh. Rank. Lim tip co rank. Have lim tip co weight. Weighted covariance. Mu I, mu X, weight, TD. So just try to go to the right there on line 93. It's a lim tip co. Oh, yeah, of course. So the weighted mean is not of lim tip co. It's lim tip co $ household income, right?
Yeah.
Run that again. So your Gini, how much is your Gini? 0.35. Is that what it got for the whole population, Tom?
Yes.
Okay.
0.3533.
Okay, so now jump a line between 93 and 94.
And for the PS?
No, that's not correct. You haven't calculated the Gini for the pore yet. So jump a line between 93 and 94.
So like
a few lines. So now, so I'm trying to think. I don't think. Yeah, you're gonna need to do a. There is no way of avoiding it. So you're gonna need to do a survey design. Oh my god. So sorry. Go back up a little. There, copy and paste line 74 through line 82. Paste that. So now you're gonna have lim tip. Now call this pore design. Forget about the lim tip call. And that's gonna be data equals pore. And then before that line, you're gonna, oh, you already have, so call it pore data or pore subset.
Okay.
Instead of pore on data, call it pore subset. Yeah. And then to the left, and that's gonna be a subset of lim tip call. And then what was the syntax of that again? I think you're just gonna do pore equal 1.
Those are, yeah. Okay.
No. So it's subset lim tip call, comma, pore equal 1, I think. Comma. Oh, lim tip call, pore. No, comma.
Yeah.
Then lim tip call, pore
Gotcha.
equal 1. Run that line, see if it works.
Yeah.
Is that how many pore people you have, Tom? Is 1092 as well?
I'm not sure how I would go about. I would have to, how many entries, not total weights.
How many entries you have on your subset of pore people?
1092.
Okay. So now you do the design, and then data there is going to be equal to it's going to be equal to pore set. Line 96, data equal pore subset.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now online, and then now online on that one, you're going to make that pore subset to pore design 2. Now it's going to be pore subset at rank.
Yeah.
And on the right, pore subset at. Now you're going to have your Gini. So now you're going to have a Gini pore. So copy line 93 and paste. Gini pore. And where you have lim tip code there, you go for pore subset. You're missing one on the weight on the left. No. And now, okay, now how much is your Gini for the, no, that's wrong.
Yeah, that can't be right.
Did you run that rank line? Oh, we have a problem. Yeah, run that line. Now run it again. How much is your Gini pour now? Yeah, it's still the same. Give me a second to think. It's not gonna. Go to the left. Don't go to the right. Did you run line 100 again?
Line 100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you run it? CDF. Oh, sorry, I can't see because my design household income poor design 2. The rank. Go to the right. Go more. Go more. That's it, right? I don't know what's going on.
Yeah, it looks about the same. I'm not sure why it's giving such a...
Make it rank 2 just for a second there and substitute. So poor subset rank 2. There might be a problem there. Poor subset at rank 2 on line 107. Also substitute that. Sorry, 106, where you have rank, make it rank 2. That's the one thing that might be. Yeah, so run line 104 and run line 106 again. And just let me see what happens. No. Oh. CDF household income. You need to do another one of that. So did you run? You did run line 100. You're overriding it. That shouldn't be a problem. You run. Can you run the left side of the line 104 just so I see how that looks like?
I also get weird, like weird values for the Gini for the people in poverty. I can check what my...
Yeah, but I mean it can't be above 1 by definition.
Okay, then mine's also wrong because for
So go up a little, Beth.
I guess for the population in poverty, I got a normal like a 0.33 Gini, but like for the other ones, like for the subsets, I get weird values for the Gini for the people in poverty.
Yeah, that's very weird. Poor design. I'm gonna have to go soon because I have a meeting. But
Well, one thing I realized is that when we calculate for rank for the whole population compared to the rank for the poor subset, oh no, it's about the same. Never mind. Poor subset.
yeah, can you run the poor subset rank 2? Just the left side of the line 104. Okay. Go down. That looks correct. I don't know what is happening. Go to the right. What is the weighted mean poor subset household income weights, blah, blah, blah? What is that part? No, the whole bottom of that.
Like,
Yeah. There's so many parentheses there. It's very hard to. That's not gonna work like that. Yeah. No, it's also not gonna do. Close the parentheses on the bottom. Yeah. 208. That's a very low. And now go to the left. What is your weighted covariance? I think you have a problem with the parentheses there. That's a problem because you have your covariance is higher than the average. That's just not supposed to be possible. Because you're gonna have yeah. I do not know what's going on. You get a different result for that one, Tom?
Yeah, for the subset of the population in poverty, I get a normal, I get a 0.33 or something like that for the Gini. But when I start doing the subsets, like by gender or by sex and by age, like those 5 subsets, because there's 2 sexes and then 3 age groups, I get like some negative like values and some weird Gini values for the population, or for the population of those subsets in poverty. I get weird.
Can you copy and paste your poor Gini here? So I can compare to his line 93. Because that might help us understand in general if there's something going on the chat. I'm really gonna have to go very soon. Okay.
this too, or
Just go data equal population and poverty weights. Wait. Go up a bit, Beth, please. What?
sorry.
That's okay. Can you scroll up a little?
Scroll up. This is
Yeah.
the high. in the chat or my?
Oh, no. Okay, yeah, you're poor subset. That's okay. Design. Design ID data equal poor subset weights equal weight. CDF household income pop in POV.
When doing the Genie, he just has his rank by itself, whereas my rank is
1 second. Why are you using, so when you do this VCDF, Tom, you say household income pop in POV. You're not, that's incorrect. You need to use the pop in POV design.
Oh,
So can you change that and see what happens? You might not change anything. Now, Beth, go to the left, please.
Yeah.
Scroll left. And then view design, poor design, rank. See, it's just stay there for a second. Household income.
that's the only place I have to change the pop in POV to pop in POV design, right?
I think so. I'm trying to think here. Pop and POV at, yes. Household income.
Like for how about for the rank? So like where there's the rank.
Yeah, no, the rank should be. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out that one. The rank?
In the one we did of the Genie for the whole population, we didn't change it to the design. So I think
The rank was for the design?
the rank wasn't for the design.
No, it wasn't. But now I'm worried they're gonna get the same thing. So yeah, can you change that and see if you still get the same result?
so. So what do you want me to do exactly?
No, it's Tom.
Oh.
And now I get a value of 4.24. Yeah.
That's not good, huh? Let me open his code. Maybe we need to also change on the, I think maybe we also need to change on the rank.
But we didn't do that for the first one, and it gives a normal Genie value of.
Yes.
And when I looked up the South Korea Genie value, like that's about what the South Korea, it literally is 0.35 from most estimates.
Can you plot that rank? See if it looks like a CDF. Let me go back to his code from. Transfer ink. Can you line 100, just make a CDF dot household income 2, just in case this is not overriding. And then on the bottom there, same thing on 104, line 104, CDF household income 2. No, not there, sorry. On the right side, CDF dot household income 2. Run line 100. That's so. Oh, damn it. What's going on here? Because you can't. No, you can't have a negative Gini unless you had negative income, which is not the case. I don't know what's going on. So I think there's a problem with the rank. Because when he changed, when Tom changed the rank, so basically what you were doing before is that you were using, what was it? No, it was when you're doing the CDF out of population in poverty. But you can't do that because you need to use the design that you just, that's why you created the design. Otherwise, you're not even using the design you just created.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Maybe you want to email Tom and ask. Because I'm going to have to go very soon. I also have a meeting with him later this afternoon. If we have any time, I can ask some, but we did advance a lot.
No, this was helpful though. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm sorry. I'm going to leave you with a puzzle.
No, it's okay.
But that's your part of a life as master students, solving puzzles. Okay, yeah, I actually have a very busy afternoon and you guys need to return this today anyways, right?
No, we're still on Sunday.
He actually moved the deadline to Sunday.
Okay, yeah. If you wanna, if you have specific questions later, if you don't, like, email him about about this. Like you can even send him this chunk of code and saying, this is what I'm doing. For some reason, I'm getting a positive, like I'm getting my Gini for the poor is above 1. Since we don't have negative income, that doesn't seem like possible. I don't know what's going on. Luiza could not figure out. You can even say that. And see what he says. And then if you solve that problem, if you want to email me later as well, if you have other questions, feel free to. I can check in later.
I'll send him that email right now, Beth, and I can forward his response along to both of you, actually.
I can also, if you want to copy, Beth and Andres and say that we ran into this problem, like Luiza was trying to help us, and both me or I don't know if Andres feels comfortable with that, but you can say both me and Beth had a similar problem.
I haven't
Sounds good.
started that part. I was fixing the previous code, but I assume I'm gonna have the same problem. So yeah.
Anyways, or forward later, whatever you feel more comfortable with, that's fine as well. Okay, so